In a repeat of last year's senior hurling semi-final, it was Belmont who faced off against Killoughey in round 2 of the Malaya Environmental Systems Offaly Senior Hurling Championship in one of the more anticipated games of the round. KK captain Conor Slevin opted to hurl against the breeze in the first half, and it didn't seem to faze Killoughey as they looked to race out of the traps early. Belmont manager Trevor Fletcher, of course, a former KK player, but it was KK who started the fastest. Jordan Quinn with a quick ball to Kieran Slevin, who showed good vision to find James Gorman, and Gorman popped over the game's opening score. Killoughey looked to continue that bright start with Conor Matton fielding the ball around the middle of the field. He took on the Belmont defence, found himself in space and launched over a good score to make it 2 points to no score in favour of KK. But Belmont soon began to find their rhythm early on as Oisín Kelly won a good ball inside in the full forehand and got a clever little hand pass out as far as Kevin Nugent, and Nugent got the opening score for the men from Belmont. It was Belmont who looked to continue on that lead as Conor Slevin's puck out was won in the middle of the field by David Nally, who batted it down overhead, got it out as far as David Cox, who found himself in loads of space, and Cox levelled the game at 2 apiece. It was Belmont who continued to play the better stuff as David Nally found Cox once again in loads of space all on his own at the middle of the field, and Cox fired over the bar to put Belmont in the lead. Belmont, back by that stiff breeze at the back, continued to impress with David Nally collecting another good ball and sending it in the full forward line towards Oisín Kelly. Kelly this time out in front of Jerry Healy and shortened the stick and popped it over the bar to give Belmont a 2-point lead. Again, Belmont continued good early pressure as Alan Egan sent a good ball up the wing that Colin Egan caught. Egan turning back onto his left hand side near the sideline, and he popped over a beauty of a score for Belmont to give them a 3-point lead. It was Killcormac who tried to grow back into the game, but they were met all the while by some dogged Belmont pressure. But this ball eventually found its way out as far as Conor Mahon, and Mahon, under pressure, stormed through the middle and managed to get a good score off his left hand side to make it Belmont 8, Killcormac 4. But it was Belmont who would have the better of the opening exchanges, and David Nally popped over another good score for Belmont to leave them with a convincing lead at half time in St Brendan's Park in Burr, with Belmont leading by 6, Belmont 12, Killcormac 6. Belmont playing against the breeze was going to be a test of their mettle in the second half, but Oisín Kelly showed no signs of the Belmont challenge slowing up as he got the opening score of the second half. It was Killcormac who continued to try and work that ball out of the fence, with James Gerdy getting good ball up the line for the KK man. KK man James Gorman in the right place at the right time collects that pass from James Gerdy, and he put 6 between the sides once again. But Belmont continued to impress, particularly David Nally, the youngster at midfield, turning a man of the match performance, and he got his 3rd score of the game. With KK now looking for scores at a premium, Kieran Slevin, a good source of scores from frees, got a good score from play, this time from the halfway line to narrow the gap to 8. And it was Slevin who looked to be solid on the frees all 8 to try and narrow that gap for KK once again with a well struck 65, and Slevin popped that ball over the bar to leave 7 between the sides. But it was Belmont who showed no signs of stopping, and Colin Egan got another good ball off substitute Joe Maher, and Egan fired over another brilliant score off his left, and with time running out, Belmont led by 8. Kieran Slevin, meanwhile, sent over a fine score with the breeze for KK to narrow to 4 as KK began to creep back into that game once again. But Leon Fox, near the end of the game, solo down to the line, put a good ball across the square, and Oisín Kelly caught it over Conor Slevin in the KK goal and blasted the consolation score for Belmont to put a gloss on a superb win for the men from Belmont, winning 1 goal and 20 points to KK's 17. So Belmont laying down their title challenge early, 2 wins out of 2, and they top the group in the Senior A hurling after 2 games. It's Belmont on the top of the group on 4 points.